Let me know when you're live.
Live.
Oh, nice. We're back. What's up, everybody? We got another game
Yeah.
here. Another 3-game series. Yay, hooray. We're going to be up till 1 a.m. It's fine. 2 a.m. maybe. It's fine. Nobody wanted to sleep over here. All good. We see some bands coming out already. Classic Warwick band. Classic Nunu band. Nunu's kind of busted right now. Jin's kind of busted right now. Proxies only play Shen. So great job there. Cassidon ban, nice. Yeah, keep Lokesh from playing it. He did say his Cassidon was kind of nutty during that stream. And then a Mumu, just a jungle ban. It's kind of been, it's fallen off, like the picker ban. It didn't get picked or banned, I don't think, the whole last series, but it looked pretty nutty the last time 2D Sim Squad played, both with it and against it. So looking like they just want to get rid of it super fast.
Agreed. Picking up the Samira and 2D Sim Squad. That's actually been pretty good for them. Especially against their games against us. Samira was looking pretty good. Not into Cho'Gath, but into our bot lane.
Yeah, especially with the Jin gone. It's
Ooh,
the obvious
Zyra
pickup.
Khan. Ah, it's Zyra Khan.
I'd like it. I think Samira plus anything still probably beats it. Yeah, Samira Leona still wins that lane, but Zyra Khan is still good. Oh, and they give him the Kale. Interesting. I guess that is that going to be Pooh on Kale top? Because I don't think
I don't
Lokesh is
think
going to play Kale
Narval
mid.
plays Kale either. Yeah, looks like Kale top. Kale's in a good spot right now. Actually, did
Kale's
the patch
super
come out
good.
yet? No, it has not come out yet.
No, yeah, Kale's super good. Actually, I don't know what they're going to do, but it could be a big Omega Brain array mate mid with Kale maybe, and Lokesh
Ooh.
jungle. I don't think so, but it's a possibility. I've never seen Pooh play it, but doesn't mean he doesn't play it. Pooh plays every position and every champion somehow. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's him on Kale top. Into Malphite too, like that's I mean, you like farming against tanks if you're Kale. Malphite might kill you with a good ult combo or something like once, but you get to free farm as Kale, and I think you're happy with that.
They don't just come top and murder you over and over again.
Very
Oh,
true.
interesting. Sedge ban. I think doesn't Array Mate play Sedge?
I think he does, but Sodalist plays it more.
Okay.
It's one of his better champions, or one of his more played champions. The classic Sodalist Miss Sedge ult is always fun, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Zac ban also. I think that's been one of his go-to jungles when Warwick isn't up. I think he's gone straight to Zac usually, so I wouldn't be surprised if they banned that out. And banning Akali is a good idea. Lokesh has absolutely popped off on Akali like 2 or 3 times this tournament, so keep him away from that champ. Keep him away from the Echo as well, and try to force him onto a different assassin. So Zed I think is still in a good spot, but probably not as good as Echo or Akali right now. And Yon and Yasuo, despite Lake Wash, Lokesh being very good on both of those champs, they're just not in a good enough spot right now that I think
Yeah, I don't
you're
think
too scared.
Zed's good into Zaya
No,
Rakan
he's not.
either.
He's not good to
So
any champs in that comp right now.
yeah. Oh, we haven't seen the mid lane pick up. It's oh my god, it's
Oh,
the
is that
rise.
is that
It's
Big
the
Ichi
rise.
Rise
Where's
tech?
Taylor? Where's Taylor?
Yeah, is that Big Ichi Rise? He learned. He saw Taylor blind pick Rise and
All right,
keep winning matchups.
my
And
expectation is so high right now. You do not even know. It is. He better play like either at the same level of Taylor or better. Otherwise, I will be like very disappointed.
and then they take the Zac away from Ben. I like it. Not banning it, banning Graves instead, and then going with Zed. See, I almost feel like the Rise is almost like I can't tell if he's trolling Lokesh or trolling me or trolling Taylor, because we had a really big argument in the Discord right after that game about whether or not Taylor's Rise was better than Lokesh's Yone in the game in game 2 of that series, where
Ah, yeah.
Rise did nothing but get solo killed like 6 times in the first 20 minutes, but afterwards Yone could do nothing with it. So maybe I can't tell who he's trolling. Or
Zed is
maybe he's not
not.
trolling at all.
Zed's not very good into any of this team except for Eyes.
He could wreck Rise,
Yeah.
but he's not good in anyone else. Um, I think the
Big
team comp
Ichi on Rise.
outside of Zed, I think the team comp on blue side is way better.
I would agree with that. I think their late game is way better.
I think I think they have KO, so they have great insurance scaling. They have a good
they have really good engage, right? Because Zac and Leona
exact.
just jump on people, and then Samira and Zed jump on them, and your KL is just like whacking them from the backside.
Yeah, you have decent AD and AP damage. You got Kale for AP, Zed and Samira for AD. You have multiple threats and multiple different types. So Kale can be a traditional like backline, like almost like ADC DPS champion, while Samira and Zed can both kind of jump in. Samira can do everything, so
Yeah.
it's whatever. But then you have Zed to try to actually pick off somebody like Rise. Maybe he can pick off Xayah if she's forced to use her ult from something else.
Well, you know what? I'm really liking the Rakan pick on Wooloo Gang then, because if Rakan just like locks you down, like he locks your Kale down, he locks your Samira down, like just for like whatever the duration is, like it gives you time to kind of get back into it and position yourself a little better.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough. Rise is better now since
Thank
he
God.
with Tier. yeah, Tier got buffed, and I wouldn't say that Tier's super good, and Tier starting champions are like good right now. But Rise's win rate did shoot up like 3 or 4%, which part of that's because his win rate was so low to begin with that it had a long way to go. But kind of like Kassadin, he's actually in a playable spot. I'd say Rise is about as good as he was last season. So not great, but playable at least. I think
Maybe
he's back into
maybe
kind of
they
that spot.
top. You know, we had last VCU LCS season. You had the I Wagner Rise top.
True, true. I still don't think it's great, and I don't think blind picking it is good because I could easily see it going. Big Ichi did not do good against Lokesh in their last game, and this is a much harder matchup than the Akali versus Yone he played the last time they came up against each other in the mid lane. So he's gonna have to play really safe to not get kind of abused by this Zed. But if he can keep Zed from getting super fed, like Zed has no other targets. Xayah's
Yeah.
hard to kill with her ult. You're not gonna ult Rakan. You're not gonna ult Malphite. You're not. I mean, you could ult Olaf maybe and try to burst him out, but good luck. So
I mean, you know what? Wooloo Gang wins on style points.
true.
Picking Rise mid, even though I've never seen Big Ichi pick anything but like what is it, like assassin champions and Lulu. Uh you know, big big balls, big wins,
Big Ichi.
Big Ichi.
I like it. I'm happy we get to see it. I am kind of tired of people. It's really just Taylor, and now it's somebody else, which is funny and sad. I'm tired of people blind picking Rise, because I think that is omega trolling yourself and your team.
I mean, they
But
weren't really blind picking him, right? Because I guess they were. 'Cause
no, they were
picked
really
first.
blind. They blind picked him into. I mean, they knew part of the comp, but it's not as bad as Taylor just first picking Rise every single game and just. I mean, I guess he's useful late game. I had multiple people tell me he was very useful late game.
I mean, you look
So
at the damage charts. I mean, and we really shouldn't talk about Taylor like in the Wooloo Gang 2D Sim Squad game, but like you look at the damage charts in the end of the game. Rise does pretty much as much damage as Dane, who usually does it, if not the first most damage, like one of the highest most damaged people. So obviously he's chunking out big damage late game and doing something better than being Nautilus and just like like going in and dying like a lot. So
true. Either way, we'll have to see. If you Rise, you don't want to get crapped on by this Zed. I think that's really bad. I don't think Zed even needs to get fed this game, like for his team to win. So if he wants to be relevant, he needs to kill Rise, or he needs to find like 2v2 kills onto Olaf in the jungle or something with his team. But you don't have to be super relevant on Zed. Like I think they just got a really good, well-rounded team comp here from blue side, and red side isn't bad by any means. I actually think theirs is pretty well-rounded. Also, I just think the one on blue is better. Oh, that's actually a Raymate Kale top. That's Pooh Jungle on Zac.
Pooh Jungle. I cannot wait to see that.
He jungles for VCU's CSL B team, so definitely a competent jungler. And it was a Raymate's Kale. I did call it. I called it for the wrong lane, but I did call it accidentally. So, shout out to myself.
I think we're actually like not taking Wooloo Gang's comp that seriously. Like I think they have a lot of potential to just like be able to like disengage from fights super hard. Like if like Leona ults and like Zac like jumps in, like they could just disengage with Rakan or Xayah ult or Rise like click and point stun root. So and Malphite like he's just gonna run away or ult away. So they just have a lot of disengage from the engage of 2D Sim Squad.
Like I said, I like Blue Side's comp. Their bot lane should have decent early pressure. Xayah and Rakan are actually really good early game when they're paired with each other because of their innate synergy and the extra,
Yeah, the
like
extra
literally
damage
just
from the
extra
Xayah
abilities.
W. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think they're gonna get like super shoved in early. I think once you get a little bit later, like level 6s and on, I think Samira and Leona will probably win that lane pretty handily. But early on, they shouldn't have a super big advantage. Kale, pre-6, she's a minion. So even despite the fact that she's laning against a Malphite, which is a tank she wants to lane against, it's not like she's going to have pressure. And then your Olaf definitely has pressure on blue side. So especially against a Zac. So you do have plenty of ways to like get this game going early in your favor and then not giving it up. Where the biggest question mark is just Rise, because if you're playing around mid, I can promise the Zed is going to be more useful than Rises
At
by a
least
lot.
early game.
Yeah. So if you're playing around mid early into the game, it is going to be scary. I think if you're Olaf, you try to avoid that mid jungle 2v2 at all costs, and you spend your time probably going bot here, I'd assume. I think Samir and Leona will probably be easier to gank than Kayle will probably be pretty easy to gank, but I expect her to be shoved into her tower the whole time. So either look for dives on top or go gank bottom. Just kind of try to stay away from mid, because I think that's the one lane where you don't win. And if you fall behind against 2D Sim Squad, it gets kind of scary, because like later in the game, I think they do everything you do but better.
Agreed.
I think Zed will assassinate better than Olaf will late into the game. I think Zac will do a better job of being a tank than Malphite will better later into the game.
I mean, the
I
only
think
thing is that 2D Sim Squad, their only like kind of source of magic damage is gonna be like Zed Kale. I guess Kale is gonna
yeah,
be
it's Kayle. Yeah, I think
yeah.
Kayle does more damage late game, especially with how strong she is right now, than Rise will do. And I think Samira and Leona are just better than Zyrakan right now. I think crit ADCs are kind of not in a super good spot. And I mean, Samira's a crit ADC also, but she's also every other kind of ADC and every other kind of champ. So, I imagine their usefulness, as long as they're, even game state, obviously. So if blue side gets ahead, they'll be in a better, or if red side gets ahead, they'll be in a better spot, obviously. But I think blue side's team comp, just all around, in every kind of role that each champion's providing, they're better than their counterparts, like in a 30-minute 5v5.
I'll agree with that. Um, bottom 3 ADC opting for the cleanse instead of heal. I think that's a good choice against Leona at least. And
Agreed.
Zac, yeah. No, Zac knocks up, so it doesn't cleanse that. Just Leona.
Yeah, I want to see Olaf be really active this early game, because there's nobody that can really stop you here.
What do
What
I
do I
build?
build? I like it. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see Sodalist active is not usually how people describe Sodalist in the early game, but I think he needs to be. He needs to get this ball rolling, because Zac is going to have no chance at fighting Olaf early into this game. And so Olaf needs to be running all over the map and using the side lane pressure that they'll have, or at least side lane going even, the side lane evenness.
I really think red side should have invaded. Like Xayah,
Yeah.
if you take Xayah W, and your
Oh,
Rakan
yeah.
standing right next to you, it's insane amount of damage. And Olaf like just shits on Zac early, so
Yeah,
but they're just
Malphite,
gonna
Q spam. Rise has this. It's not a snare, but it's at least a slow with
yeah.
his W. They
We
have
take
a good enough
Rakan
invade.
W. It's a very very good invade, but they upped for the
Yeah.
5 point. It's not bad. I mean, they'll be fine. They'll just let the Olaf do Olaf things and.
I'm scared of a Raymate's Kayle. I think he's going to be good at it. And I think I don't know. We'll have to see how good Proxy is at his Malphite, but I think if he can just free farm here, and Olaf doesn't come and ruin that lane, then he's going to be feeling pretty good. Maybe not as good as Fat Cow's Kale, but I think it's going to be similar.
Big damage coming onto Lokesh from the Rise.
Yep, level 1, about the only time Rise is useful in the early game. Walk up, press W, auto attack him once, walk away. You know, pretty hard trade to play against when you're a melee champion. But once Lokesh hits like level 3, really, Rise should start having a pretty bad time. Good, decent trade onto red side's bot lane here. Getting your level 2, and heading straight in, recognizing that you're going to be leveled up faster. Malphite opting for the Corrupting Pot in the top lane. Not bad. I don't think you really need a Doran Shield, because Kale, at least when Doran Shield's going to be relevant, when Kale's ranged, when Kale's pre-6, then she's not going to be poking you a whole lot, because she's not ranged. So, this way you trade a little bit more, get a little bit more mana so you can Q spam her. If Malphite gets 6 first, I think Kale actually has to be a little bit worried, because I could easily see like Malphite just ulting Kale on like level 6 and kind of one-shotting her. Sodalist is here, and he timed it really well. Lokesh already used his W's. He's probably going to have to flash here. He does it too late, though. Ends up flashing and dying. Oh, no. Big misplay there. Doesn't see Olaf. I think it was just kind of like... happened to be a little bit lucky that Zed used his W right as he was walking down. But no dash to get away with. Lokesh holds his flash too long, and so he does land the... actually, stunned up. Big Zac gank here. Bottom 3 ADC is going to go down. Saxmuffin has to flash out to keep himself alive, so trading a kill back.
Good gank by Zac. I think Rakan used his flash there, so he jumped in right as Rakan was, after Rakan used the flash. And Rakan had already gone in using his W, so it was just a very good good gank at that point.
Olaf looking to gank topside. Kale's pushed up. She does have a ward, but he invaded, took the whole blue side since he saw Zac bot lane, and now he's going to walk up, but Kale spots him out and decides to walk away. Lokesh is in kind of rough spot now, because he burned his flash and died. And luckily, I mean, not luckily for game state, but luckily for him, at least Rise didn't get the kill. But, you know, hard to get fed when you're getting killed.
Keeping up in farm. Rise opted to go for tier first, so that does give Lokesh a little
yeah
from Olaf.
Problem is, Big Ichi's going to pick up a big wave here, and then he has TP to come right back, so he should get up to a decent CS. Yeah, almost a 10 CS lead here.
They're actually looking for Pooh in the river here, but I think he's just going to hop out because he's Zac.
He might be in kind of a rough spot here. Oh, Big Ichi having to flash away from Lokesh here. His Zed doing scary things. If he got the Ignite down onto him, he might have been able to pick up that kill, but he flashes out early enough. A Raymate here does have some good pressure onto this Malphite, and if he can get... he needs to get level 6 first. If Proxy gets level 6 here before a Raymate, so a Raymate should get it first, but if Proxy gets level 6 first, he's dead for sure.
He's walking away from the minions, so...
yeah, as he should. He should back here.
Yeah.
He got it shoved in, and just, you know, take your gold, go back, buy something, and don't risk Proxy one-shotting you the second he hits level 6. You got through your hardest part of the game as Kale already. You'll be level 6 as soon as you go back to lane, and so you're feeling pretty good right here.
Yeah, and good ward by that Rakan. It's gonna allow them to see more into where Zac is heading, which is definitely a good thing because they don't want to get ganked like that again. Most of red side heading towards bot. Here comes a Rise ult.
Yeah, good ult. It's gonna catch out Karuz a little bit here. Uses his E, but can't get him all the way back to tower and just gets stunned up by Xayah and died. Really aggressive posturing for the ult, like literally almost under tower, but gets his whole team in there and manages to pick up a kill on that gank with the support. Raymate's level 5, Proxy's level 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you do if Proxy just decides to all-in you here.
Yeah, he did get chunked a little bit, and now that Raymate's full health, I don't know if he has quite the damage to combo him. You have to kind of poke him down with your Q a little bit first, but by the time he does that, I think Kale will probably be 6, so you're probably feeling okay.
I think they're just gonna let him have this dragon.
Yeah, about a 1k gold deficit right now. Good play from bot lane and jungle. from red side to get themselves a little bit of a lead. Kind of like what we talked about. They should be able to win out there. Really good roam from Big Ichi. Like I know we talked about it a little bit, but just making use of that Rise ult literally like the second you get it, basically, and then finding an impact on the map. I mean, Rise is notoriously weak early game, but he still has found a way. I mean, one was a gank, but he's got 2 assists here at 7 minutes. You know, he's only level 6, but he's found an impact into this game, and he hasn't died yet. So, well played.
Well,
I say that as he dies right here. And that is, yeah, so that's what I was talking about when I say don't pick Rise blind into Assassins. Luckily, he's already made a little bit of an impact, so I doubt he's going to continue to feed super hard. I mean, he hasn't fed at all, don't get me wrong, but like I doubt he's going to continue to get solo killed over and over and over. And he's already made enough of an impact that his team's ahead elsewhere on the map. So not a huge deal that he dies there.
Looks like he's gonna go for that Seraphs first.
Yeah, not bad. I think it might be better to stack your tier up a little bit and grab your mythic first. But I don't play
Luden's?
Rise. So.
Luden's on Rise.
Yeah, Luden's or Leandri's, either one. I think Luden's might be better with the movement speed, but
we just
you
saw
can make an argument for
example.
Leandri's.
Yeah, we just saw an example of like what you were talking about earlier about this Rakan combo there. Rakan just got like double the E distance that he would normally get from hanging out with the regular champion. So he can do really risky plays like going into the W to try to poke and then just zooming on back to Xayah.
Zooming on out. Yeah, they do have a pretty big CS lead. Not huge, but about a 10 CS lead for blue side's bot lane here. So pretty good laning from them. But I think they've gotten to a point where they should be able to beat this Xayah Rakan in like a 2v2. So they should probably have lane pressure whenever they want it. But Xayah Rakan have done plenty. I mean, they've got to kill this bot lane's even, and the kills on Xayah instead of Leona. So better champ to have a kill on. Pretty, even lane overall. Even if you're down a little bit of CS, just continue to fight, continue to scale up.
I think Samir actually got her back off because she has the Vampiric Scepter. So she's actually doing. She could have a little bit of more lane pressure once they both hit 6, which they just did.
I do want to see them pick up the pace, though. Sodalist did a good job. I almost said Coleman just because he played Olaf a second ago, but Sodalist has gotten that early kill in the mid lane gank, but he hasn't really been able to do anything since then. I want to see them kind of pick up the pace. Looks like they're posturing around bot lane. I don't think you want to use Soul as like your only win condition and just kind of stall it and just kind of play around dragons. I think you need to get more ahead.
Interesting, Rakan. Jump in there.
Yeah,
but here comes
posturing for a dive, but Zach is here and they know it. They spotted him in the bush earlier, so I don't really think they want to go for that. Big Ichi needs to be careful. He's gonna get ulted up by Lokesh here, but he does miss all of his Qs. Doesn't have the damage to actually kill him. Takes a bunch of damage from Big Ichi. Well played by Big Ichi there to not only dodge out, but also miss them. Sodalist misses his Q after his flash, so a little bit of a wasted summoner spell there, but Lokesh gets out, doesn't burn flash, doesn't burn ignite, so not really anything lost, and you burn Big Ichi's flash, so actually pretty worth there. Your Zedul's already a quarter of the way back up. Just wait for it to come back up, you have both your sums, and kill him next time. Should have bought Seekers if you're Big Ichi.
Definitely. I mean, they're the Seraphs. I don't know if I'd go Seraphs first. I don't play mid. But Kale's actually not doing too good against the Malphite right now, but that's to be expected. Oh,
yeah, not surprised.
Seal? I don't know who got that.
I believe
got it.
Olaf got it. Yeah, Pooh's actually kind of in a bad spot. So is Lokesh. He doesn't have his ult up yet. He's really, really low. Forced to flash out, but now Rakan is here. Actually kills him himself. Picks it up and gets the assist over to Olaf and, or not Olaf, but Malphite. And they do have the Rift Herald here, so they can pressure to look down for this first turret in the mid lane. Gonna be a huge early influx of gold and map pressure.
Yeah, big props to Rakan there for being in the right place at the right time. I don't really know if he should be mid in that situation, but it ended up working out for him.
No, it was a really, really good roam. So both Samira and Leona had just backed, so they lost nothing.
Oh, they're gonna
And
dive him?
now they're going in more. He's gonna get locked up. Zach's gonna be taken into his passive and gonna go down here. And they give the kill over to Big Ichi, so another really big influx of gold. Now they're up to a 3,500 gold lead. Blue side quickly falling behind in this game. That's not what you like to see. But I was gonna say for Sax Muffin, he managed to find that roam when blue side's bot lane was back. So not only did they might not have been able to tell that Rakan wasn't there because they had no vision, and bottom 3 ADC got to farm his wave, and you don't have to worry about being stuck down 1v2 because you're actually stuck down there 1v0. They're not even in lane. So he picked a really good time to roam. They literally lost nothing for it. Bottom 3 ADC wasn't punished at all for being in lane by himself, and he managed to make a really smurf play. So
That's
well
fair.
played.
Yeah, good job. He's gonna go for the Imperial Mandate. I like that a lot. That is
But
my
not on
favorite
Swain.
item. No, I'm sorry. I'm not an Imperial Mandate Swain kind of girl. Don't buy me that.
Yeah, Raymate not doing super good in this matchup. I mean, I'm not really that surprised. Malphite has decent poke on you with Qs, and you know, you're just trying to farm. I mean, if you're down 5 farm to a tank, like, you're not feeling bad on Kale. You know, you haven't died yet.
Yeah,
You're getting
I'm
your item.
really feeling Malphite should have ulted her kind of by this point.
Probably. He might do it now. If
Alright,
she
here
can
we go.
time her ult right,
Well,
but she can't.
The Bammy Cinder coming through there.
Yeah, so the way that works, if Kale ults herself when Malphite ults, she wins. If Kale gets ulted by Malphite and doesn't have her ult up, which it's really hard to predict it because it's so fast, especially when you're standing right on top of them, she dies. And she died. So, not great from a Rainmate there. I was just praising him for not dying, and now he's dead.
Great double knock up onto Cruz and Parabellum here.
That's behind Proxy, though. He does have his ult, does have Ignite, so he should be able to probably find this kill. I know Proxy's tanky, but not that tanky. I don't even know if you needed your Ignite there from Lokesh, but he does find himself another kill. He does have Eclipse already. But, crucially, Big Ichi has now purchased a Seeker's Arm Guard, so not nearly in as dangerous a situation as he was a few minutes ago.
Oh, you do not want to go in Rakan, dude.
Yeah, you're never going to hit him.
Especially with Xayah.
But Raymate's just hit level 10. Once he gets that level 11, he's really strong. I know he's ranged after 6, but I think level 11 is when you actually become a real threat. He has his Nashor's Tooth as well, so he gets some good on-hit damage. So, quickly becoming a champion. Charmed up here. Good job from the Rakan, taking a lot of damage onto Samira, but now she gets her ultimate off. Not enough damage though, and there's a red side teleport coming in behind her. Big Ichi's gonna one-shot this Samira, take her down. Karuz is gonna have to flash out to get himself away, and Big Ichi's looking for the kill, but doesn't have the damage. Meanwhile, Sodalis is trying to run down Kale here, but he's getting really low. But in the bush, just absolutely playing well around the vision, but doesn't matter. Still goes down. Proxy does pick up a kill in return though, so a 1-for-1 on the top side. Pretty good though if you're the Kale. You'll trade 1-for-1 with an Olaf Malphite any day.
You gotta hand it to Big Ichi. He's definitely doing the roams right.
Big Ichi's playing really well.
Who's taking a lot of damage? And, he's trying to get out, but
He's been CC'd. Good ult from Malphite though is gonna take down Lokesh, and Big Ichi's not even gonna take a lick of damage from that Zed ult. Just getting out.
Lula Gang looking like a completely different team from Gauntlet.
Yeah, honestly, they got clapped super hard by 2D Sim Squad and Gauntlet, but just looking much better. And I don't... Okay, so I still don't like the Rise pick. And I don't like when they...
Tristan, he's 2-1, and he's like...
I don't like when they picked it. I don't like the champ. I like the way Big Ichi is playing his Rise. And I liked how Sodalis played around it. I don't think he wanted to 2v2 around mid, but if you get a free gank because you see Lokesh uses W, and he just happens to not flash early, yeah, go pick up the kill, get Big Ichi in there. And Big Ichi's absolutely been using his ult perfectly. I mean, he's been roaming all around the map. He couldn't use his ult to actually get out of that fight, but just kills him instead. And now Raymate's gonna die. And Big Ichi, look, he's there. He gets the kill, and he's there. He is all over this map. He's making his presence felt. Lokesh does have ult here, but I don't know if he's
I don't think that was Oh, but here comes Zach.
Here comes Rakan, and down goes Lokesh. Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a why we said.
Ult for the bait.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of why we said Zed's not necessarily the best champion to pick into this comp. Shields from Rakan, Seraph shields for Big Ichi, and then everybody else is a tank. So, little rough. Maybe he can catch Sax Muffin here, but he's just gonna get right on out. This is rough.
Down by 7k gold to red side. And red side's also got the 2 Drakes on their side and 4 turrets. So it's just looking a bit dicey right now for 2D Sim Squad.
Yeah, they're in a really, really rough spot. I mean, 8,000 gold at this point is a lot, 320. Pooh and Karuz are just getting obliterated right now. Neither of them are tanky at all compared to these champs at this point. Pooh's just going to get run down by a Sodalist here. Maybe he can get away first. Nope, going to get his passive proc instead, and they're going to just farm up these little blobs.
What did Zaya build? Gale Force. That's the first time I've seen
Interesting.
Gale Force in an LCS game.
This is true. They're going to put their 3rd dragon up here, stacking towards a Mountain Soul. They won't be killable with this Mountain Soul for a long, long time. Poor Lokesh, already having a hard time, is not going to be able to cut through this Mountain Soul anytime soon on probably any of these champs. So, yeah, good luck.
Kale has hit level 12, and they've kind of just been leaving her to farm a little bit during those mid and bot fights.
Look, Rise
but-
is actually going to go for Riftmaker.
Interesting.
Looks like Kale is going to actually be really big dead. And Big Ichi's probably going to pick up the kill. Yep, okay.
What we say? Big balls,
Big balls, big wins, Big
wins,
Ichi, baby.
There you go.
Big Ichi's just... Okay, I mean, this is what MVP of the league Big Ichi looked like. The problem is we just also have, like, MVP of the league Big Ichi. And if he can keep up this form for either 1 or, 2 more games, depending on whether they win their next one, if he can keep up this form, they're going to be looking in a pretty good spot to take this series.
Yeah, he's just been playing so aggressive, and it's just been paying off.
Yeah, and you got to remember, this is the first actual elimination game of the VCU LCS playoffs. Every game so far to this point has been you have a double elimination, and nobody's played twice yet. But both of these teams have already had their 1 loss, so the loser of this team does go home for the first time in these playoffs. Very important to win here, and it just looks like Red Side's strong enough to continue to snowball this lead and eventually pick up the win.
Yeah. It's hard for Blue Side to kind of catch up with them now. Almost a 10k gold deficit. They got the Rift Herald in the mid. But here comes Pooh.
Pooh decides to just go back in anyway. Bottom 3 ADC does use her ult to try to keep herself alive, though. Pooh's kind of getting shredded. It instantly goes down. Now Karuz is in the back line. Samir gets her ult off, but Kale dies to the Malphite ult, and Blue Side, you just got to run at this point. Big Ichi's going to do some big damage.
Oh, the Lokesh ult?
Zed, he goes back in. Maybe he can get somebody before he dies. Can't get him before he dies, and doesn't look like he's going to get him after either. So, ends up being pretty much a wipe for Blue Side. No kills for you, even if you got them a little bit low. Samir is the only one that's left alive.
That was Big Ichi,
big trolling.
Big, standing there. I guess it was on. It's not the stopwatch item. 20 minutes in the game.
Yeah, it's his actual Zanya's. I mean, he's just having such a good game. I can't talk about it enough. I think Proxy's playing really good. So I think everyone on Red Side actually is playing fine. But Big Ichi especially, just taking this champ that is
not Tristan's favorite champion.
Not my favorite champion, and shouldn't be relevant early. I mean, I think Rise can be a hyper carry champion late game still. I mean, I 100% think it, but I think
it's the mid game, and he's doing pretty good.
Exactly. He's already on 3 items at 21 minutes, including Riftmaker, as well as his completed Merc Treads. So he is just really, really fed, and I just don't think control mages are in a really good spot, period, and Rise is not one of the stronger ones. I think assassins are just so hard to play against right now as a immobile control mage, but he just said, you know what, I'll even let you solo kill me once, Lokesh, doesn't matter. I'm going to be everywhere else and kill everyone else. And he's managed to snowball his team to a point where, they're 11,000 gold up at 21 minutes. They haven't gotten a Baron. They haven't gotten an Elder Dragon. They've gotten, an 11,000 gold lead purely from kills, farm, and towers.
That is Collector coming out from Zaya.
Oof.
I don't...
Just go Baron right now if you're red side. I don't think you need to worry about any of this other stuff. They're waiting because they get Soul in 1 minute, and they might be waiting to pick that up first, but you're so much stronger. I mean, you just saw they took a fight almost under the turret, and you basically aced them and lost nobody. So if you take an even fight away from their base...
I mean, really, if you like if your 5-man is that strong, you should go take inhib and then go straight to Baron.
Yeah.
Like that inhib is wide open. Lokesh is in the top lane.
In his side lane where he belongs, but he's
Yep.
does not belong here against Proxy, because Proxy's going to win that 1v1 easy. Look at the armor he has. He has Sunfire and Thornmail completed already. That Zed is meaningless against him. That the little bit of lethality he gets from Eclipse is not enough.
Yeah, the only person who you might really ult right now is actually Rakan. I think he...
Olaf, though, maybe?
Olaf's got Sterix. So it's
true.
it's a
yeah.
little rough.
It's literally Rakan. Yeah, you could try to eliminate the support.
Yeah, like Rakan, he built Boots of Lucidity, so it's gonna be... He doesn't have any armor. You might die in the process of trying to get to Rakan because he
Probably
just
will.
ults.
And he's got his own shield. I don't think you'll necessarily even kill Rakan if you just go for him, but
yeah, unfortunately, it's just for 2D Sim Squad, like their plan just didn't work out that well. Like they really needed to like get some early kills and like shut Big Ichi out of the game, but they were just unable to do that. And Kale's level 14, so she's
that goes in. He stole it.
The Mountain Drake.
Well done. Keeps the soul from going over, and they haven't lost anybody yet. Karuz went in for some reason, so they will end up losing one, and they're going to lose Baron for that. You're just going to see Ryze ult them closer, and they're just going to 5v4 Baron over here. I don't think blue side will even try to contest it, but hey, you kept the permanent buff from going over.
Yeah, Pooh even makes it out alive.
Yeah. If you can somehow stall out their Baron push, barring that Pooh doesn't run up here and steal it again, which I don't even think he can get there in time. If you can stall out their Baron push, you kept them from getting a permanent buff. So, will you have to steal the next like 3 Drakes too? Probably, because I think Breadside is going to be positioned to get every single one. But hey, I mean, you made it a little bit easier for yourself. Is the Drake worth more than Baron? No. I mean, you gave up Baron for it, so.
Fish might be caught out here. Ooh.
Yeah, he's dead. They did use a lot of important ults, so they used Malphite ult there and Rakan ult, which I don't think they needed either of them. If any, just use one. But maybe they could look for a fight now. It is 4v5, but you got some ultimates down, and if you wait for
Big Ichi's ultimate is down. I guess he has CP up, but
if you wait for Lokesh to spawn, the ults are gonna be still down, but close. Maybe you can, as soon as he comes back up, you're in your base. He's only 15 seconds away. Maybe you can try to look for a fight right away. Looks like they're going to engage actually earlier with the tower still up. Zac does miss his E though and can't get anything going for it. The tower survives, so they will probably try to a little bit damage from that. Kale does do a good bit, but now Big Ichi's behind her and is absolutely putting down big damage here. Zac goes on to Big Ichi. He's kind of caught out, but the Zanyas is going to be enough to keep him alive for now. Now Olaf is into the fight. He's invulnerable, and he's going in, but he actually dies. They do kill him. Big Ichi goes down as well. It's 1,000 gold shutdown onto Samira. They're getting cleaned up right now. So far, it's a 2 for 3. Lokesh has spawned, and he's now getting in here. Triple kill from the Kale.
Oh, she finished a Rift Maker.
Yeah, she's on her 2-item spike. She has, right now, an extra 2,400 gold from shutdowns in that fight that she can go spend so she can get most of a 3rd item here. I mean, you're still down 10,000 gold, but that Baron push is gone. You survived it. You didn't lose an inhib. So that Mountain Dragon steal is looking really, really good now. Does it change the fact that you're probably still going to lose this game? No. But, hey, I bet it feels good to win a fight. I mean, yeah, if Kale can get super, super strong, maybe they have a chance. Zac doesn't need to have that many items to be useful, as we just saw.
Kale getting what level is she? Level 16.
Oh, she's 16 already. Wow. Before 30 minutes. That's fast.
That's some Dane shit right there.
Honestly, that's. I didn't even realize she was level 16.
and
That's
she completed
big.
her Lich Bane 3-item Kale. That's
Yeah.
really big. And in that last team fight just shows that you can win against this team. It's not hopeless. Like they don't just run you down and murder your ass.
I mean, nobody's level 6.
Gonna...
Nobody's level 6. Big Ichi's not even level 16 over on red side. So he's the highest level character in the game. Dragon's still a minute and a half away. I still don't think you want to fight here on blue side unless you have to. But, I mean, your fight plan has to be, where is Kale? Keep her alive. Because you know Malphite is coming for Kale at this point. Malphite ult into some damage from Big Ichi, or maybe Sodalist running in there afterwards. Not that Sodalist is super damage heavy, but like, you know, just any kind of follow-up DPS onto Kale after being ulted. Maybe they can burst her out before she gets hers off to save herself.
Yeah, the only problem is that they don't have a ton of things to peel Kale with. Like, if you had a Morgana support or like an Enchanter support, your Kale would be like a whole lot more safer. But it's just like the comp they picked, like, is just an engage comp.
This
and
could be
they
dangerous.
are
Zach needs
getting
to look
engaged
for a
one.
pick on somebody. Never mind. They're going to get all 5 members over here. But Zach was in a good position to try to look to catch out one of these members before all 5 teammates got into position. He still could. Malphite's behind them, but not right there. Actually, Zed is going to get kind of caught out. The TP coming in from a Raymate to get him in, but now he's 1v3 in the backline. This is the champion you need to keep alive. Kale's already used her ultimate. Going to be kind of a rough spot here. Instantly ulted up. Yeah, not good from blue side. Samira doesn't do any damage at all. That is going to be a wipe. Pooh can try to run away, but I don't think they even need to go for the Drake. They can just end the game.
Yep, Samira into tanks, big bad.
Yeah, that was kind of. I mean, it was really well played from red side. I'll give him that, but it was kind of int from a Raymate there. He TP'd in to Lokesh once he realized he was kind of caught out, and they had all, you know, they were going to get flanked, but they just decided to collapse on to the one member of the flank instead. And instead of letting Lokesh die, and then maybe doing what you did last time, and giving up the soul, tunneling in your base, waiting for Lokesh to come back and winning the 5v5, they all just shell out to try to keep him alive and try to win the fight anyway, and they... Raymate TP's in, instantly has to burn his ult to keep himself alive, and then Malphite just hits him, ults him, kills him, and that's GG. Good try.
Yeah,
1-0. 1-0 2D Sim Squad. I mean, they showed some fight. They kind of brought it back. They didn't give up. Pooh kept looking for engages the whole time. A Raymate, you know, got strong enough to where it actually looked like maybe.
Black
But
Cleaver on
it,
Lokesh.
Guess he's thinking they have armor. I mean, Proxy's like full armor.
I guess what's a Zed gonna do to full armor?
Big Ichi has Zanya's.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I guess they're just scared.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a big performance from Big Ichi.
Big performance. Big
Like...
wins. Big falls. Big Ichi.
Do we have no one streaming this game?
Wait, Raheem's streaming.
Okay.
Raheem doesn't want to stream.
Wait,
Oh.
Move down. Someone move down. Mary, move down.
Okay.
I mean, I'll do it if nobody else is going to.
Wait, I think he meant move down the lobby.
Oh my god.
I misunderstood.
It happens.
I guess we don't have anybody.
If nobody else will do it, I mean, I'll do it. But if this goes to game 3, then I'm not.
Like I said, somebody wake up Dan.
He's got a test tomorrow. Oh, you got a test tomorrow too, right?
Yeah.
Me and Mr. Lightning here are out of that nonsense.
Lucky.
Not really though, because I do have a test in like 2 weeks.
What do you have a test for?
I'm doing an AWS cert.
Nice.
Yeah, those are words.
I don't have a test. So,
Fair.
yeah. Me no use brain at my job. Me use brain for league instead.
That's actually a big brain. Don't you do like the write-ups for fantasy too?
Sometimes I haven't done them very much for this season because I don't know. I didn't feel like it, but I've
That's
done one
fair.
or two. I used to do them like last year. I did them like almost weekly.
Don't look at the spec link. Jeez. Up. Uh.
Oh, they're already into the next draft. Bigichi good, Lokesh bad. Lokesh is a god. He's so good.
Maybe I could get Kim to stream the last game. If it goes to a last game. Because doesn't she have a streaming setup?
Who?
Kim?
Yes? Question mark?
Because she streams, right? On her channel. I'll ask her.
Looks like a new band coming out from Wulu Gang. Not a bad idea. Followed by Warwick, Cassidon. So same bands as last game so far. Shen from Proxy, makes sense.
Sorry. Alright, she said she can if it goes to game 3, so Raheem, you're off the hook.
Nice. And a Jin ban. Jin and Samira actually this time banned out. So neither team wants the most OP bot laners.
MF is pretty strong right now.
MF is good, and I want to see a Swain bot.
Ooh, I don't know if Narwhal plays Swain. Ooh, the Moo pick.
Ooh, Wulu Gang goes straight for a Mumu. They left it up this time. It's a pick that Sodalist has played before. It's really good. We've seen how good a Mumu can be in these games, and banned out last game, but
They're gonna
not,
pick the Zaya
not this
Rakan.
game.
There it is.
Pick it themselves. Okay, yeah, I guess you take it because if Samira and Jen are off the table, that's the
Unless
go-to.
it's like, or they're not switched, are they? No, they banned Warwick. Okay, never mind. Zaya Rakan.
Alistair.
That is Sax Muffin's Alistar.
Interesting.
He does like Alistar.
He had a
Not
really
that-
big impact last game on the Rakan.
Yeah, not that Alistar's not that good into Rakan. Just because he has so many tools to escape whatever you throw at him. Let's see. They pick the ADC here.
I'd imagine they would. Safe top and mid. You can get a counter pick for one of those two picks.
Kaisa. Kaisa's not in a bad spot right now.
No.
It's
I like the Kane pick. I think Kane's really good. We saw it in game 1 of our last series. It did a really good job. They ended up losing that game, but the Kane lived forever against all those tanks. And so far, you have 2 melee champs. One of them's a tank, or they're both kind of tanks. So
Could that be Lokesh in the jungle and Kane?
I would predict that it is. I think Lokesh is the better Kane player of the two between him and a Raymate.
And
And
you
a
might
Raymate,
want to go against Big Ichi again.
yeah. And then Pooh also went jungle last time. I don't know if Pooh plays Kane, but I know Lokesh does. I'm sure our Raymate does too, but I think that's what Lokesh's best jungle champ, I think, is Kane actually. So I'd expect to see him go there. They banned away the Kale and the Malphite, so they actually banned both sides of that top lane matchup this game. Wanting no part of that. And they kindly banned away. They seem to think Lokesh is still likely to be in the mid lane. They could flex Pooh into the mid lane or a Raymate. Pooh played one game in the mid of the season. That is a Raymate's Aurelian Soul. That is awesome. That's a champ we haven't seen in a while.
I don't think I've ever seen an Aurelian Soul in
That
VCU LCS.
In mid lane, that is a Raymate's signature champ. He made it look really, really good in past VCU LCSs before he just decided to permanent role swap into jungle and AD.
That is an Echo mid from Big Ichi.
I like it. That's Big Ichi's biggest pop-off champion. It's pretty decent into Aurelian Soul, I think. So we're seeing some signature champs from, or I guess I don't know if Echo is actually his signature champ, but for VCU LCS it has to be. That was his big hype performance against your team, Mary. So
Ah, yes. Not our best moment.
no, so we're seeing some good champs here. I'm excited. This game's gonna be good. We probably have Locust Jungle Kane. We have Arraymate Aurelion Soul. We have Big Ichi Echo. Sax Muffins Alistar. This is a fun one. When you've got so many champs that are OP, you can't ban as many like champs that players are just good on because there's other champs that they're just too OP to leave up. So you see some actual signature picks being left open.
Yeah, we're actually struggling with that problem in our game tomorrow since oh, that's the Orn top. Orn into Maokai.
Who? I guess that's Pooh on Ornn.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd assume so. Should be fun. I think Ornn does good into Maokai. I think that's like a good one of Ornn's best matchups. Tank v tank, I think Ornn is just really good in general because with all of his percent health damage, he tends to do better in the tank v tank trades than other tanks do against him.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, he's like the best scaling tank in the game with his items. So does good. Is this a? They just blind pick this?
I guess so. Maybe it's faster that way.
That's
They want to go to
it.
bed faster.
It is. It's not a good idea. You don't have pauses now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why you use tournament draft and not blind pick, so you can get pauses in game if you have to. I guess they just figured we don't need to pause, and we're going to just pick as fast as we can, but you still have blue side not picking as fast as they can, so I guess they're doing their runes right now? That or they're furiously typing, going, why is this not tournament draft?
Yeah. Maybe it's just so that neither team can do Rams of Love pause strategy where you wait 3 minutes and then you start playing the game.
True. That is Lake Wash's Kane. Epic. That is a Rainmate's Aurelion Soul for sure. And Pooh is on the Ornn. No surprises from the comp of blue side.
They're going big or they're going home.
They're going big or they're going Ichi.
Does Ichi mean like leaving for like a month and like coming back and like
Yeah,
being stronger than ever?
I have no idea, but I'm just hyped, man. Big Ichi's making it real easy with this game, putting on big performances. Is that the youngest lay strat? Lose game, go jungle. Hey, just saying, youngest lay won that game, so maybe that's it. You lose lane, whichever mid laner loses lane heads to the jungle, wins that next game.
For God's sake, for Raheem's sake, let there be a 50-50 chance of a game 3. For my sake.
I'm rooting for game 3. I don't want to stay up and cast and watch a game 3, but I'm rooting for game 3. I think this is a fun, epic matchup, and I'm just trying to get all the League of Legends that I can out here in the VCU LCS.
Trick 2G should have hosted our stream again.
True, that would have been epic. Trick, if you're out there, please come back.
You gotta cast our
Yeah, you
final
gotta
game.
come cast finals with me, please. Pretty please.
That's to say that you won't be subbing in for finals, Tristan.
Ooh,
Which was your
true.
plan.
Yeah, that's my actual plan. Is I can't win VCU LCS on my own, so I'm just hoping that MOP decides to when MOP eventually wins finals like they're going to. I'm just hoping that equivalent gets sick or something. We're about the same rank. If he's still plat 4, I'll demote from plat 3 to plat 4. Now that there's a big difference, and
You play top.
he'll have a tragic accident that day, and so I'll have to sub in mid and get my first VCLCS championship. It's fine. Ooh, I'm replacing Wisher for finals.
Ooh.
True. You thought Hizakali was good. Well, we still got a minute and a half. Mary, hold down the fort for like 30 seconds. I will be right back.
All right. Oh man, we do got like a minute left. Anybody heard any good songs lately? The new Lil Nas X song?
Alright, I guess I'd take over being caster temporarily.
Yeah, there you go. You
Alright.
can just hop in, dude. Like we could do a 3-way cast.
Sure, dude. I'm just chilling.
You got a test tomorrow?
Yeah, I got one for bio. I'm like trying to study for it, but like, I don't even care anymore.
Is this like bio like
151.
duo? Oh, okay. Yeah, I took that like
How
a long
good are
ass
you?
time ago.
Oh. So,
Like pretty good though. I got A in the class.
do you remember anything from the class?
Uh, it's all muddled in with my computer science knowledge, so I will try my best.
Do you think you will be awake at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow morning?
I will most only be because I have work, but um, but no, we do not condone. We condone cheating, or do we not condone cheating
I mean,
on your
because we are
exams?
live, I cannot say that I do condone cheating. However, it's not cheating unless you get caught.
Did they like have like the cameras and stuff so they like watch you
My
like?
professor doesn't.
Ah, okay.
All right, I'm back. Just in
Welcome
time.
back.
Look at that.
Raheem's gonna join us for our talking.
Oh, cool. What's up,
Talk the
Raheem?
talk,
What's
walk
up?
the walk.
Got tired of just listening to us?
Yeah, I'm
Wanted
just
to join in on all the casting fun?
Sure. I'm just chilling.
Loving the chroma there on that
Ooh.
Acel skin.
God, they picked the Star Guardian skins. Ugh.
That's kinda
My
cringy.
ears. I don't know if everybody knows this, but when Zaya throws the Q out with her Star Guardian skin, it's like the most annoying like bird noise you ever heard in your life.
Dude, I'm all about the bird noises. I like it.
I don't. Okay, well they're instantly spotted out, and they don't get the
Ah,
war.
they don't kill the ward. No. Bikichi's coming down to show him what's up. Well, at least they attempted an invade. You know, that's something. A roommate does not get damaged, just takes a turret shot and walks away.
That's an Allison move right there.
Yeah, and he's not going to get a chance to back either. I mean, he could, but he'll be a little bit late if he does. So I think he'll just stick it out with a slight loss of mana and health.
Probably don't need it pre level 6.
He's still doing it.
Channeling his recall.
Nope, I guess not.
I mean, he'll heal up by the time the minions get here. A little bit of banter in the chat. Another epic Acel W there. Putting in work.
Yeah, auto him.
So a roommate definitely wants to get out of this lane.
Yeah,
Yeah. Acel obviously wants to get out and make his presence felt on the map with his E, but like against Echo especially, once Echo gets a couple of levels, it's going to be kind of hard for Acel to fight him. So he definitely wants to just leave and snowball everybody else as fast as he can.
Yeah, especially post 6. Acel can just hard shove wave and look to run side lane. Most likely bot because, I mean, let's be real. Going top lane in this matchup is not going to do anything.
No, it's useless. I mean, if you
Yeah.
could get a free kill for yourself, that's fine, you know? But like, you're not doing it to get your Ornn ahead, let me put it that way.
Yeah, not at all. But in this matchup, Ornn just wins by default. The only thing that Maokai can actually do against Ornn to win is by playing through the map. Hopefully he'll be able to do TP gank spot, but because this is VCU LCS and everybody likes to TP back to lane, who knows?
True. Don't at me.
Good damage,
Damage.
on Ted.
He wants that brittle proc so bad.
Aw.
Can't get it. Little memeing up there.
Wait, just smack into the wall. Do it. You won't.
I
I've
don't know,
been
man.
playing a lot of Ornn support lately. So
No,
I'm
Ornn's looking
learning
good
more.
here, but this is Proxy. This is the tank expert in the top lane.
Did they take away Shen in ban phase?
Yeah, they've banned it both games.
Alright. That's fair.
And if there's a game 3, I expect they'll ban it once more.
Yeah, if you don't ban his Shen, then I don't know what you're doing.
Especially right now, Shen is just extremely strong. Tank items are, well, Aegis is really strong. And then Shen actually has really good matchups against many top laners. I think like the biggest one that he loses to is like Darius, but nobody wants to play Darius in competitive.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
saw Shen win like all 3 matchups, at least not all 3 games, but all 3 matchups in our last series. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we saw the most disgusting shield.
Well, no, he did. It did lose against Cho'Gath. Joko Lyoko Shen did lose to the Cho'Gath, but both games that it was played by the against the Maokai, um, it won lane and it had a really big impact. Missed a stun there from a Raymate actually. Lakewash getting killed at
Flash
not
is
good.
control.
It's sad. Just let your thing slowly.
Ooh, double kill. They do pick it up on Omimu though, so it's not the end of the world.
It's still rather pretty bad. I don't think they wanted to be taking that fight at all.
No, I think they just. I mean, we saw they get hard beaten in that 2v2 at this point in the game. Echo's just more useful.
Yeah.
Our Raymate couldn't hit a stun.
Kane's the level lead. But yeah, the Asol missing stun was really unfortunate as well. I still don't think that even if they landed that stun, it would have changed anything.
Oh, Sax Muffin roam top.
It's an early support roam here, all the way to the top lane. It's gonna cause Pooh to end up dying to that ignite.
That ignite. The proxy still gets the kill. I feel like Pooh should have just kept running and let the ignite kill him to give Alistar the gold. But oh well.
Chasing Big Ichi away here in the mid lane. Can't quite find the kill. I think a Raymate, he's down a decent amount of CS, and he luckily he got the kill, so he's should be even just in terms of the kills. He's still down about 400 gold though, so not an ideal situation to be in. And then Lokesh is down 400 gold as well. It's gonna be rough here. At least he got some stacks. He got 2 melee, like he hit them, and he got 2 stacks from 2 melee champs. So getting a little bit towards Red Kane quicker, but not ideal to. You don't want to ever really be way behind on Kane.
Yeah. Once you get behind as Kane, it's really hard to come back unless the enemy team kind of just throws.
Yeah, at least you have utility on Red Kane, but like it's hard to get your stacks if you're risking dying every time you actually take a fight.
Right. But at least with the way top lane is, if he wants to get free red stacks so he can change into Rost, there's always just Maokai to get free stacks off him.
I missed the cannon actually there. Does get a stun on Big Ichi, so you know that's good at least. Doesn't get stunned up himself. But seeing as he's down a little bit right now, he actually is getting shoved in, and Echo's getting the first move. So hard for the Asol to actually look for a side lane to go to when he doesn't have the push pressure.
So we never actually talked about the comps of both of these teams, but in my opinion, I think Wooloo Gang actually has a pretty good front to back comp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it.
agree. I think Wooloo Gang does have the better comp here. But I feel like even though Wooloo Gang has a better comp, if where's the 2D Sim Squad, if they actually like have a Raymate roam and put pressure to bot, and we get our Zyrocon duo ahead, it'd be really good for them, and they can actually win. But the way that the game is going right now, I don't think that's very likely.
Yeah, I think you want to see Asol roaming bot and like roaming to his jungle. If you help this Kane like get back into the game and get ahead, then a Red Kane into the comp of blue side is pretty good. I mean, you have a Mumu and Maokai that you're dealing with. You're gonna heal up really good on these big tanks. You know, none of these members are like super threatening as Red Kane, so that's decent. And Asol, I mean, you know, it's not like he scales pretty decent. He's a good front to back team fighter. Not great in the 1v1 with Echo by any means, but yeah, it's not like he's bad late game or anything. So, and then the Ornn is just gonna be objectively, they do the same thing, but Ornn's more useful because he gives some items at least to his team. But I think both these comps, they're pretty similar in what they want to do. I think blue side's is slightly better overall late game, but I don't know. They're not different enough that I think red side can't win if they just play it. They have to play it slightly better, I guess. But
We do have the Mumu diff on.
True. It's gonna be tough to play
Really
against
right now,
that.
But Kane is not a bad pick against it. But if Lokesh just doesn't get form until like, I don't know, at 15 minutes, then it kind of just won't matter.
Yeah,
So,
you saw them
right now
looking
they're
for
getting
drag
killed.
earlier, but they got pushed off. And now the blue side's gonna pick it up instead.
I don't really think they got pushed off from Dragon. I mean, their bot lane just came up, but I think they could have finished the Dragon. 2D Sim Squad could have finished the Dragon there, even with the pressure from bot lane coming up.
Raymate's here, and so is Lokesh. They could look for it. Proxy does have his flash though, so I don't really know for sure if you're gonna be able to pick this up. And there's 4 members actually that are gonna be here from blue side once the rest of them get here. Maybe they can kill Proxy before they die, but the Alistar actually saves Lokesh by pushing him out of that stun.
Yeah.
And now Pooh's here, so they
Yes,
should
there's
be
just a
okay.
miscommunication.
Good dodge, but he's still dead.
Ooh, yeah.
Flash over.
Good flash from Sodalist to get the ult on him. Who could look for a big ult here, actually, if he doesn't get crowd controlled? Could have gotten all 4 of them.
I don't think he did damage to follow it up.
Maybe not, but it would have been, or an ult by itself does a good bit of damage with that brittle proc, and you could have gotten all 4 of them there, and maybe, I don't know, maybe Asol could have found something. Either way, good job from blue side for turning that around. Maokai getting caught out, but smart enough to kite down to his team that had more members on that side of the map at least.
Sodalist did burn his flash in that last fight. Here comes.
Who can kill him here?
Good stuff.
There you go. Yeah, it's tough for Maokai to win that 1v1. I mean, you're both tanks, so you're fine, but just the amount of brittle procs that Ornn can get in an extended fight when he uses his ult, it just makes it tough to actually like ever kill him, and you actually have a chance to die on Maokai there. So probably don't want to take that fight.
Yeah, definitely not.
It's funny because like you think, oh no, they're actually going forward bottom 3 ADC here. They get a great stun lock, and a Raymate picks up a kill. That's exactly what you want to see on this Asol, coming bot lane and finding a kill, and well played by Parabellum.
A little bit of trash talking going on in the chat.
Just a wee bit.
That's just how
How they roll.
we roll. How Wooligang and 2D Sim Squad roll. Coming from a foreign person.
Way to tell how close Lokesh is to form.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't see the meter.
Yeah. Sad.
Missed it up.
Good stun there. Saxmuffin's coming up though. It's a little bit dangerous here. If you get stunned up by this Alistar.
But Zaya or Khan are right there, so I think blue side, yeah, they're going to retreat and Lokesh can get a free crab.
Good job by Maokai dodging out onto the Bellows Breath there from Ornn.
Thank goodness someone who actually knows the names of the abilities.
Oh, accidentally dodges out on it again. Didn't do anything special that time. Pooh just missed it somehow. But hey, trading back some grass procs, no big deal. You're up like 25 CS in that lane as the Ornn. You're just scaling at this point. I really want to see. So Lokesh is trying to get involved here. He's been around the map and he's been trying to get in fights, but he hasn't been able to have any positive impact yet. He's only been able to, get a few hits and then die. So he really needs to find a way to impact the map at this point. He's farming good, but I think you need to do a little bit more to get your form and snowball your team a little bit here, because I don't know, you're down. It's less than 1k and this dragon, so it's by no means, you can't. It's not like you can't come back, but you kind of want to have the lead here when you've got a team with the Asol, because you'd hope that he's roaming to both side lanes and snowballing the map and getting your team ahead.
Yeah, I feel
Which
like
he's
he
kind of
definitely wanna
done.
be a lot more proactive. Because he doesn't have form now. I don't know if he's looking, or how close he is, and if bot lane will give him the form. Because I know that for a fact that majority, if not all of his orbs are red, so even if he does just auto the Kaisa, he will still get red. So,
Is he autoing the Alistar there?
probably. Wasn't seeing, but what was I about to say? But yeah, like it's 13 minutes of the game and he still doesn't have form, which isn't like the end of the world, but if Wooligang is being more proactive on the map, trying to break open with the Herald, then not having like either core was just really bad. You just don't really do much as against 1P.
Fighting up here. Lokesh is fighting onto Sodalist now. He's gonna get a lot of orbs from this, but he needs to use his ult to dodge out on this echo damage. He does a really good job there. They might have enough damage to take down Sodalist, and they actually kill him before the ult even comes through. Big Ichi is still alive though, but I don't know if he can kill a Raymate and Lokesh. Does take down Lokesh, and it looks like a Raymate's just gonna back off instead of taking the fight.
Just try to just
Leave.
instead
Yep.
of trying to queue back in. So I'm pretty sure now he has form.
He should.
Yeah.
I guess it's gonna be a Demonic Embrace first from Asol. I actually have no idea like what you should build on there, but that kind of makes sense. You're always gonna be up in the fight, and you know, a little bit of burn, a little bit of extra defenses never hurt.
I've seen some high-low Asol players go like Mandite, Rylai's on Asol, and it's been working very well.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's just a situational thing or something you'd rather go into everything, but it's definitely something that works.
Yeah, I imagine demonic Rylai's combo is probably pretty good too. Good flash engage from Saxon, and Raymate takes a lot of damage here and has no summoner spells to keep himself up, so he's just gonna end up going down to Big Ichi. Lakewash is here with his Kane form, his red form, so he can do some actual damage here and he can stay alive. But he has no ultimate, and Saxon is there to peel with Sodalist waiting in the wings.
That is the Rylai Scepter coming out on Aurelion Sol.
Oh, okay. I got baited by thinking it was Demonic Embrace. I haven't built Rylai's actually in the preseason yet, but I've been building a lot of Demonic Embrace.
I've been building Rylai's on brand, and it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good as a third or fourth item.
I think it's better than it was last season because if they made the slow the same for all abilities instead of like better for like single target and worse for like dot and worse for AoE, so probably just better overall. Ornn TP down here, so they actually have all 5 members coming around. Asol's not quite here yet, but he's got his ace. He can always show up if he needs to. But Maokai is walking and doesn't have TP, so they can do this quick enough. They'll have a 4v5 for the dragon. Ornn's actually going to be caught out on the other side of the wall. He does have his flash, so he's not in super big danger. Amumu actually gets in here, but Lakewash does secure the smite. Now a big stun coming out from Big Ichi, but Lakewash does dodge out on both that ult and onto the ult from Sodalist. Big Ichi gets his ult off, so he gets back to a full heal. They can't quite take him down. Sodalist is still living with just a little bit of health here. Gets the big heal from Triumph, and they're getting wiped out on red side. Raymate is still alive. Parabellum managed to flash over the wall to keep himself up, but so far 3 for 0, even if they did get the Drake. Big win for blue side, even if they lost the objective. Looks like they're gonna get more too. Oh, great flash stun from a Raymate to end up picking up 1 here at least. Parabellum's actually here too and takes up another kill as well, so at least they made the best out of what that situation could have given them.
Yeah, you unfortunately now you have a 5-0 Echo to contend against, and you're playing Aurelion Sol.
So that is definitely unfortunate. 5,000 gold lead at this point. Looking pretty dire. They almost killed Amumu and Big Ichi there, but they couldn't quite keep Big Ichi stun locked until death, so that he got his ult off and healed all the way back up. And then Amumu just lived with 10 HP, and you know, they couldn't finish him off. So they could have had a lot of kills there, and maybe actually won the fight. They just didn't quite have the damage. Lokesh is too behind on this Kane. He just doesn't. He's surviving plenty of time, but he's not hurting. He doesn't hurt at all. So Mumu kind of just shrugged off his DPS. Okay,
so Kai'Sa first built Gale Force and then unbuilt and built Kraken Slayer. Kraken Slayer is probably the better item here, to be honest. But I might be sleeping on Gale Force.
I mean, you got an Ornn. You want to do some damage.
I think Kraken Slayer is fine.
Immortal Shield build coming up in Xayah, but we don't have time to talk about that because there's a wet noodle fight in the bot lane.
True. Red side does have position onto this Rift Herald, but they don't get the Scuttle Crab. Saxmuffin actually steals it with his combo onto Lokesh. Lokesh is down levels. He's down 1 to Sodalist. He's actually the same level as the supports, or as the support from blue side at least. So there he goes. Now he's ticked up to level 10, but definitely not having the kind of impact he needs to have here.
Sodalist is also level 10 though.
I'm not sure what Red needs to do at this point to really get back into this game. They're down 5.6 thousand gold. It's a big lead on blue side. I mean, with their team fighting comp the way it is, like you can't just take a 5v5 and win at this point.
Yeah,
You have to
they
outplay
definitely
so
don't wanna
hard
be
to
looking
get
for
rid of this gold
fights.
lead.
Like, if they want to be looking for fights, they have to get a pick beforehand, which they are able to with the Hazel or
This is rough because Saxmoff is going to take forever to die. You've used up a lot of your big ults here, and the rest of blue side is in the wing. So you do have Maokai pushing in the side lane, so they end up getting a kill, and nobody gets punished. But could have been scary there if blue side had decided to collapse while Saxmoff had just tanked up all those damage and all those ults. Proxy could look to dodge this with W maybe?
as well.
I think we'll just let that fight speak for itself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they brought a bunch of members down there. Good rotation. Actually,
they
really good.
got a pick on Maokai, and that's what they want to be doing with with Azel and Kane. They're easily able to traverse through the lane or the map and get to side lanes fast. So
Agreed. Yeah, the laning phase is kind of over now, so they are going to be at a disadvantage.
And they did a good job by like just kind of ignoring Maokai in the side lane until they got the Rift Herald and found the pick, because Maokai doesn't push turrets notoriously fast, and he wasn't quite able to get that tier 2 turret in the bot lane. So they didn't lose too much, and they managed to pick up. I mean, they brought the gold lead back within like up to about 600 less, so they're down like straight up 5k now instead of like 5.5. So, you know, that is a bit of a gold swing. They got Rift Heralds. They might be able to get this mid turret down, maybe, is what you hope, or just any turret really at all, and just help themselves to kind of even this gold lead up. It is an Ocean Soul, so if you can secure these Drakes with the comp, either team that gets these Drakes is going to be insane.
oh,
I think
100%.
Ocean Soul is just going to win the game for whoever picks it up, because,
I agree. 100%.
I mean, one, to get the dragons, you have to be you're usually ahead, but like with tank Maokai, tank Amumu, red Kane, tank Ornn, like nobody's dying once they get this Ocean Soul.
Yeah.
Ooh, Karuz is kind of caught out. He needs his Xayah to be close enough to get to dash back to, but she's not there. Lakewash is the only one who can go to. He's gonna well, he does waste Soda's ult, but he's dead for sure.
Kind of, I don't know why. He tries, yeah, he
And
just
that's a
died.
free Ocean Drag.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much I like the Trillias on Rakan. It doesn't really help you when you just get like insta-killed because they jump on your ass. I would have preferred even like Locket over Shrelia's, especially that might be better for his team in general, just because they're just dying so fast. When you have a lot of people jumping on you, you want some more armor and you want to give them some shields. Locket, what's the other item? Ardent. Locket Ardent. That's probably the best thing you could do at this point in the game.
Unfortunate that Pooh couldn't quite kill that top lane turret. They did lose their bot, and Parabellum was forced to use his heal just to run away from Echo, because he does a lot of damage, and found him alone in the side lane. So, not a position you want to be in. And you're seeing, actually, Proxy's doing pretty good in these 1v1s now. The gold is actually still favored toward Ornn in that matchup, but you see the difference between a completed Sunfire to not a completed Sunfire. Sunfire's kind of busted, so the champion that has that completed is winning those 1v1s. Surprise, surprise. Raymate's here, though. Looking for an influx of gold, at least. But Proxy's able to flash out from that stun. The Ignite goes down, though, and now that Lakewash is here, they should be able to kill him pretty quickly. Meanwhile, Karuz is actually caught out. Couldn't really see it, but he's actually caught out in the Baron pit. Who's not using his ult, looking to make a pick of his own, but can't get the knockup at all. Our Raymate's jumped onto by Kaisi. He's going to be taken down super low. He ends up going down. Lakewash already used his ult, so he has no more ways to hide. Pooh is super low. He's running away, burning down with Ignite. And Lakewash is going to die here, more than likely. Does get away, and Saxmoff misses his stun.
Just auto him. Oh. Unlucky.
Good job from Lakewash to get out, actually. But your team still dies all over the map. Pooh is having to run away, and you've got Sodalist who can solo, honestly can solo this Baron. At this point, you're a Mumu. You have 2 items. You can just stand there, and you can literally stand there and take the Baron by yourself. So, with your Kaisa helping as well, this is going to be easy.
Yeah, I really don't understand why they're fighting the fights that they are. It's just really bad. They're further digging themselves in a hole.
Yeah, it was a good. You had a good pick on a Maokai. I don't know why you went more for it. Like, you use enough abilities to kill Maokai that, like, you don't want to keep going. Big Ichi could be caught out here. This is a huge shutdown if anybody can get it. If he gets out, it's absolutely a tragedy. You burned his flash, and I guess that's still good, but he has ult. You couldn't get his ult out, and 1,000 gold just sitting there that just ran away. You know, they're down 10k again, and they don't have a KO this time to come back for it. So, man, I know 1,000 gold doesn't mean a whole lot when you're down 10k, but every little bit is something.
Yeah, I think what Ornn needs to do here is just gonna get more levels so that he can upgrade some of your teammates' equipment. Probably Lokesh or there's the Imperial Mandate on Aurelion Soul.
Yeah, Riley's mandate's really going ASOL.
Yeah, or the Xayah. Xayah just gets popped in fights. Like it's hard to even decide who to give your first item to.
Yeah. I think you got to give it to, I don't know, man, just whoever you can, honestly. Kai'Sa's kind of caught out here, but the rest of blue side is here, though. Maybe you can kill this Kai'Sa, but actually you can't. Lokesh already forced to ult full health proxy. Using his ult to keep himself alive. They do dodge out on the Sodalist ult, though, and they managed to keep their carries alive back here. Sodalist is getting really, really low. Big Ichi's forced to use his ult already as well. That's actually still a 4v4 right now. If you could kill this Echo without him coming in and killing anybody else, that'd be really huge. But Proxy does, not Proxy, Pooh ends up going down, making it a 2-for-1 overall. They're going to try to hold this turret against the Baron push, but I don't know if they can. And by I don't know if they can, I mean they definitely can't.
Oh, well, Lokesh did get onto the Kai'Sa. The rest of the team was split. And there were Mumu and Echo was right in front of the Zyricon and Asol. They couldn't actually do anything. So it was just really unfortunate. But I don't know if it's just lack of communication in fights or what. Because Lokesh.
I think it's some of that.
Yeah. I mean, your real goal is to get the Rakan ultimate onto the Echo and then just like bust him down so that he can't ult. Or if he ults, it's like very soon. But I think Rakan just doesn't have enough health, doesn't have any items. Can't really do that much. And Xayah only has one item as well, while Kai'Sa's working on her third item.
Yeah, I mean, I think that fight went about as well as you could even hope for red side, to be honest. Like,
the fact that they're down just 11k gold, it's just like there's nothing they can actually do.
Yeah, they don't have the damage.
Yeah, like it's just item dips at this point. If they're taking fights, they're just gonna lose every time. Like no matter how they
Ooh, catch on a Big Ichi. But Karuz is like already like one shot. They do get the ult off already, but Lake Wash is just dead. And down goes Karuz to the Maokai ult. Pooh has nothing he can do. He's just being shredded by this Kai'Sa. This might be the game right here. Yeah, it's just too big of a gold deficit. You just can't fight. I mean, you've got Big Ichi is 4,500 gold by himself ahead of this Asol, and Asol is the richest member on blue side, on red side. So, you know, you're 4.5k gold up on the strongest member. You're gonna, your team's doing pretty good.
I think this game is just like it's been far from salvageable for the past like 10 minutes probably.
Yeah, once it hit 10k, I mean, it was probably too big. Like, they didn't even need the Baron to get to 10k. They were up at a 10k gold lead before they even took it.
They spent all their money on those Star Guardian Zion Rakan skins.
True.
Oh
Look
my
at that
God.
damage. I mean, he didn't even need his passive for that. That was just his E. It's just ridiculous. Big Ichi's just playing so well in this series. He played super good last game. He's playing really, really good against both the mid laners on red side. Big Ichi's playing super good, and Lokesh does get his ult off here, so they're going to get a lot of damage on over to Proxy, but he is a Maokai. He's going to heal it right back up. The Mumu ult is huge. Going to take everybody really low. Lokesh is going to go down. So is a Raymate to Ignite. No, he gets away with 1 HP, but it doesn't matter. They've only lost the Mumu. Karuz is going to spawn, though, so it will be a 4v4. Not like they are completely unable to defend these turrets. Pooh's ult is still up. Maybe if they can get a stun on the Big Ichi here. Big Ichi's getting taken down really low by, he gets a 1,000 shutdown onto Kai'Sa, or Xayah here, actually. Saxophone is frantically running away. Does not able to dodge out onto the Asol.
I don't know if you need to use your ult there, but...
No, I don't think so. I think you just accept your death. Can hardly speak. These fights are going on too long. It's too late at night.
Yeah, I'm losing my ability to form coherent sentences. But the PD on Zaya, very good. Think that definitely helped them win that team fight there. We actually have Navari quick blades on Kaisa, which I've seen in the builds recently. But I'm not sure. I guess it is good because since you're gonna just queue them to death. Kraken Slayer, yeah. Alistar
Yeah.
opting to go for the Knight's Vow, Miles' least favorite item. It's not very good right now. In my
So
opinion.
maybe Lokesh can get a miracle steal on this next Drake. Drake is up in it's still 3 minutes, so you have some time, but like they're on 3 Drakes here with Ocean Soul coming up, and whichever team gets this soul is just going to win the game. And I mean, honestly, I don't think it'll take 3 minutes for blue side to end if they don't want it to. But I mean, Baron's already up. I think you just grab that, and I think you could have a Mumu do it where the other 4 all guard, and they'd still get it done pretty quick. So
Well, you know,
you
Red
know,
Side's not actually that far out. Well, they're down by a ton of gold and items, and they're probably gonna lose this Baron here unless Lokish comes and steals it. But their front to back is pretty good. I think if you are able to keep that Warden in the front, and Lokesh keeping them
Lokesh is
busy.
dead.
He's dead. Okay, maybe this is the game
Okay,
for
but
them.
maybe you kill Proxy for your trouble. You know, you weren't gonna get the Baron either way. So hey, you get Proxy and you trade Lokesh, and they're probably about as useful. So
Yeah, I think if Parabellum keeps getting the gold that he just got that shutdown. Was it shutdown? I'm not sure.
he's still behind Kaisa though, and like he is the most fed member on red side, and he's still down almost 4,000 gold to Big Ichi after picking up the 1K shutdown. So
It's not.
I
I don't think it's impossible. Well, they have Baron. I'll
think
kick
it's
back.
pretty
Game
impossible.
in order for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I really think Zaya could put them back in the game if they get like a just really good fight.
Whoever
not
Big
a
Ichi
team
wants
for
to
that.
not be alive is not going to be alive anymore.
Okay.
Lake Watch is back up. Sodalis is super low though. But Big Ichi's ultimate just kills everyone. Good game, Big Ichi. Good series.
Good game.
Big balls, big wins, big difference. Big Ichi.
Yeah, it's honestly just a big EG game. Like, I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about anybody else, but I feel like Sodalis was just not having much of an impact during the early game. I feel like everything was just on Big Ichi, especially game 1 with Rise. That roam to bot lane with his ult is really huge. But, oh well. Big Ichi diff, I guess.
I mean, it really just was. He just played out of his mind both games. Looked really, really good. I mean, looked like a completely different player to like the last few Big Ichi games we've seen, where he's kind of like hard run it. So, congratulations to him playing super, super good. I think most of the members of Wooloo Gang played pretty decent. Proxy played all right. He played his role just fine, at least. I think
Actually, I
bottom
think
380.
one of the biggest factors in this game is actually gonna be Saxmuffin here.
True.
A lot of great engages.
So
Who is that?
Did someone?
That was Lokesh. Big stat.
Oh, big
But
sad.
but yeah, I mean, you know, I think Saxmuffin and bottom 380C both did play super good. Saxmuffin was all over the map. We saw him roam top like 5 minutes into the game. I mean,
Yeah.
he was like level 3. Just really well played from every member. I think you're right. Sodalis did have like a low impact. He had more impact this game than he did in game 1 at least. But you know, all he had to do was kind of hang out around Big Ichi, and good things happened. So you know, it was a Big Ichi diff right there. Plain and
Yeah.
simple. You swapped a Raymate into mid, and I don't think a Raymate had a bad game. But Big Ichi just played better. You know, I think he got the counter pick into that matchup, and then I think Echo's also a better champion right now, and he was on a high from game 1 and took it to game 2. So well played. Unfortunately, that means 2D Sim Squad will be eliminated from the tournament. Very, very sad. But Wooloo Gang does now move on, and I believe their next game is it against Rams?
Rams of Love.
Yeah, it's against Rams, so that they lost their series. So
But thank you so much for 2D Sim Squad for playing VCU LCS. We hope to
yes,
see you next season.
everyone come back next season. It'll be hype.
It also means that you can now draft the famous Lokesh for your team if you're still in VCU
Yo,
LCS.
let's go. I'm about to
Yeah.
get Lokesh Perma as a sub for my team now.
I need
True.
Peruse to sub in for me. That's
True.
the real thing.
All these are the truth.
Should we
Lokesh is
do an
an epic
interview?
sub.
Or is it too late?
I mean, up to you, Raheem. If you want to go to bed.
We can interview Big EG or whoever wants to.
I think that's the only person that like deserves an interview. Let me put it that way. I mean, anyway, okay. Well, anyone can interview. I think that, like I said, I think Sax Muffin and Bottom 3 ADC played pretty good too. But like Big Ichi was the clear like big difference in this series. So if he'd like to come interview, if he's listening, I can't drag him to the chat. So
Yeah, I
if
can't
he
either.
wants to drag himself into here somehow, he's welcome to come on in. But if not, if he doesn't do it in the next 10 seconds, we're probably just gonna say no.
It's bedtime. I'm tired.
Sounds good. Well, we'll catch y'all all for the next game. It
Which
should
is
be hype
Forehead versus Mop
tomorrow night.
at 8. Let me double check.
Gonna be lit. And the rest of the VCU LCS playoffs will continue. Make sure you guys stay tuned in for the epic conclusion of this season. It has been fun. As teams get eliminated, it is sad, yes, but now we get to see who is crowned the VCU LCS champions. So stay tuned. Until then, peace out, guys.
Bye.